esteemed viewers, and welcome to our show known as Nutrition. So today we may be tackling on various issues concerning balanced diet and food nutrition. For more information, join me, I'm your presenter, or I'm your host, Kaka Juma, and keep on enjoying as we listen and get more. As you know, human beings require a lot of food for him to equip him or to get energy. So for you to ensure that your body is well known, or you are being known by your name, someone requires help in his minds or anything he may be required to do. So for more information, I have a visitor, a nurse at Mount Kenya University. He will be telling you more information concerning balanced diet, nutrition and health. Okay, to our esteemed viewers, welcome again. As I told you, I have the visitor, a nurse who is working at Mount Kenya University, and as I told you earlier, we shall be, or we may be tackling on issues concerning balanced diet, food nutrition, or nutrition in totally. So what do we require, or what are we required to do in order to have a better health for future? As you know, a better health is someone's future. So if you don't consider into minds that your health is the key factor, you may end up dying. As you're watching SQTV, ready to present nutrition and food balance. So join me and my visitor, who is a nurse, who will be explaining more information. So I'm your host, Kaka Juma.
My name is Melo Wajiro Joroge, currently working at Mount Kenya University, and I've been in the Mount Kenya University since 2009. I work in Mount Kenya as a nurse, which I trained in Maua Methodist Hospital in 1992. I've been working with the schools and the young generation. I've been enjoying my career, of which I can see some of the people are benefiting from what I deliver to them, day in, day out.
So start by explaining for us what is a nutrition, or what are the required nutrients for one to use to ensure that he has what we call energy. Let's start with the energy, then vitamins, proteins, and other foods that may keep someone to be the way he is, or keep him to be healthy or healthier.
I think we can start with what we mean by the nutrition. The nutrition is whatever we usually take, the food that we take, which have good quality and they are proportional to what the body needs to have properly. And those things we can get mostly from what we plant in around our areas, or what we can get from the market. Yes, we can get them from the animal product, or from our plant product.
So for instance, just to explain on that, so on animals product, one is required to get or to eat what we call the meat, or whatever things that all parts of animals. So let's say you've taken a meat, it's part of those nutrition. In what we call, as the nurse has explained for us, a plantation, one has to require or has to eat what we call vegetables in generally, cereals. When we say cereals, it goes to a large tracts, beans, what we call the sorghums, maize, and the others. So one has to require, or is required to take those, what we call, when it goes to what we call the plantation. So in general, one has to feed on vegetable for him to get what we call nutrition. So going on or heading on, what one is required to say he has taken what we call a balanced diet. Mas?
Yes. When we talk about more about the balanced diet, we need to consider the main three classes, that is protein, starch, and the vitamins. On top of it, we shall add vegetables and water. For the body to work well, we must eat those things, and we usually say at least take 3 to 5 times a day the meals that you are taking, and find that every meal has got all those classes. Yes.
It's okay. So on concerning on the issues that the nurse is trying to explain is that someone has to, there is those what you call a balanced diet that is divided into various vacations or group. So she has identified that you have what you call proteins, vitamins, starch. So for one is required to take, but there is also what you call one has to ensure that he is taking the required food with the required quality for him to ensure that she is safe or to avoid what we call eating disorders. So one has to take 5 wise as the nurse explains. So what are the impacts or what can cause what you call malnutrition to someone to suffer from lacking those vitamins, proteins and starch?
The causes can be due to that one is not consuming. This is maybe brought to you are not getting the variety of the nutrients that you need, or others get poor habit of eating. That is, you eat everything, every time, and anywhere. Then you run to being obesity or overweight. The others may not be getting enough to eat. Those ones are the ones that usually get marasmus. Or at times, if you get one type of food, let's say like starch, you end up getting kwashiorkor, condition like kwashiorkor.
Still on our program, our dear viewers, so we have tackled many issues depending or concerning human health. So we have said, just to give you a preview, we have said on issues concerning the nutrition and balanced diet. So what someone is required to take or to eat in order to ensure that he has better health or he is healthier. So as with our nurse, I hope you learn or we will be getting more information on what we have been lacking more. So today, as we have been said on issues concerning the nutrition, we are tackling on various issues concerning human health. So as we do so, one is required first to take in more of water. One is required to take 8 glasses of water per day. So do you do so in order to ensure that your health is better? You also say that one is required to take a lot of fruits after eating the normal food. Do you do so? That is the normal routine one has to do or to take. Then one has to change various. Today you have eaten of protein. Don't repeat again. You don't repeat eating protein at, let's say, at evening. You have eaten at lunch ugali. Why don't you change and eat some kind of beans at the evening? So that's what we call balancing the diet. In the meantime or at the mid-time, you ensure that you have something to eat, which is very different. So she also mentioned something on food, on various food that may affect one if you don't do so. And having disorders of eating or malnutrition causing different diseases. She has also tackled on issues concerning kwashiorkor, marasmus, and various diseases that may be. As we compare and contrast on various issues, we take in a look that most of people's or most of those kids or children within below 5 years suffers a lot because they may be depending on let's say on porridge, only porridge. And remember, porridge provides only one either vitamin or either food energy, or they have some kind of a diet. So if you are feeding your kid or your child on just on one diet, it may be having an impact. Also, apart from just not only kids, also we human beings, we are also the grown-up people. We normally tend or do the feeding of one kind of diet. So one is just specialized on something that he may or he may be eating. So which is not good. So you see someone or a grown-up person is suffering from marasmus or kwashiorkor. So on so doing so, our nurses will be, she will be explaining on us the impact of environment. Environment just what surrounds us. If we don't keep our environment clean, or what impact or how do the environment affects us, we remember that food or food nutrition or that has been mentioned by the nurse is coming from the environment. Animals are coming from environment where they feed on environment. Then we see all what we feed on, starting from vegetables, plants, whatever, sugar canes, whatever, it is coming from the environment. So if we don't preserve environment, what will be the impact on us? This show is coming all the way from the nursing home at Mount Kenya University, just to ensure that you get better health. If you are suffering from the disease, why don't you come and get guiding and counseling, and they give you the treatment that you require? So join me as I'm here and get more information and keep on enjoying. Take a look as we are going to discuss on various issues concerning the environment.
Now, we would like to know how the environment can affect our health status or our nutrition. In one way or another, we need to live with people, and the human beings must produce some of the toxins and some waste of materials. If we can compare the environment in the rural area, it is usually better than in urban area, because the air which is in the urban area is more contaminated with gases and the overcrowding of people. So there is a lot of very many people in one place, while at home at the rural areas there are trees, there are variety of trees, the land is spacious, and the homes are scattered in one or another. When we compare with the urban area, very many people, more than 5 or let's say more than 5 people in one room, is what most of the people can afford, and the life in the town, of which the air become more contaminated, and they are prone to some of the some of the conditions which can be spreaded by through air process. The other thing is the way of the wasting materials. Most of people, they don't have latrines. They usually use the flying toilets as we hear about them. The area to dispose, there is no pit latrine. Others can't afford the flushing toilets, which can lead to some of the illness like diarrhea, and it is one cause of the death in children. The other thing is according to the lifestyle. We usually see that those people who eat anything, let's say something like alcohol, smoking, even if you eat very qualified food, as we said, if you take some drugs like alcohol and smoking, the nutrients will not be absorbed well. Others like alcohol have got a lot of calories in there, which can be added to our body and which is dangerous to our cells. Smoking also usually make the nutrients to be absorbed well, not to be absorbed well, because it makes some of the veins or cells to shrink and they are unable to work properly. If we can check on the social status of people, some people, you can see even the way they stay, they can't afford to put on shoes, they can't afford getting enough water to wash their bodies or to keep their environment clean. This one can lead to spread of pests like jiggers, some things like bed bugs and the rice. Even if you feed a child so well, and there are some pests which are sucking the blood or the nutrients that the child has taken, you will end up to nowhere, or your child will be malnutrited. There is no way you will achieve your goal. The other thing is about this beliefs. Some people don't eat well because there is a belief that run in the culture. Like some of the tradition, women are not supposed to eat to eat eggs, especially when they are expectant. Some of communities, men don't eat fruit because of belief of this and the others, of which is just a belief which is not true biologically, scientifically. So I can tell people, always eat what is good, whatever you can afford. The other thing, we are supposed to keep our environment as clean as possible so that we can get enough water which is fresh, which has got fresh water, which is running. We should not be getting from the water from the drains, which is not contaminated. Then staying away from the industries. And the industries should also know how they dispose their waste materials, of which can be harmful to the human being. Thank you. Of which even the lifestyle can also change one's condition. Like those people who usually get a lot of money, they mismanage their health. In one way, one can't take food without meat. And eating meat, he or she does not check the quantity she takes in a day. This one can lead to malnutrition. Others take a lot of calories, like chips, takeaway food, which it has got a lot of calories and the fat, which is also very bad to our bodies. And this one can lead to some of the conditions like osteoarthritis, arthritis, diabetes type 2, and heart conditions.